Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Santina or Tina Wheat. I am a family physician and a career and life coach dedicated to helping healthcare workers facing burnout or who want to prevent burnout. Today, we are diving into a crucial topic, maintaining boundaries. This is essential not just for surviving, but for thriving in both your professional and personal lives. Let's start by talking about what boundaries are. Boundaries are the limits and rules we set for ourselves in relationships and environments to protect our well being and our energy. They help us define what is acceptable and unacceptable in our interactions with others. Especially in healthcare, where the demands can be overwhelming, setting and maintaining boundaries is vital. For me, this was hard to accept for a while. It became much easier to consider boundaries when I thought about them as honoring my own priorities. For example, I can say that my health is a priority to ensure that I am well enough to take care of my family and do my work. That means in order to honor my priorities, I have to protect the time I spend taking care of myself, such as sleeping, exercising, and eating healthy meals. That is just one example of a boundary that then I set that's really to honor my priority. Now, why are boundaries so important? Without them, we can easily find ourselves overextended, exhausted, and ultimately burnt out. Boundaries help us ensure we have the time and energy for what truly matters, our purpose, our balance, and our joy. They allow us to focus on our patients with compassion and care without losing ourselves in the process. Here's how boundaries help. First, they help prevent burnout. Boundaries help prevent physical and emotional exhaustion. They give you the space to recharge and to maintain your energy level. Second, they enhance job satisfaction. By setting limits, you can focus on tasks that bring you joy and fulfillment. Clear boundaries lead to a more balanced and satisfying career. Third, they help improve patient care. When you are well rested and focused, you can provide better care to your patients. You also can provide better interactions with your friends and family. Boundaries ensure that you are at your best, benefiting those you serve and love. Fourth, they strengthen relationships. Healthy boundaries foster respect and understanding with colleagues and patients. They create a positive and a supportive work environment. Fifth, they promote work-life balance or counterbalance. Boundaries help you manage your time effectively, ensuring you have time for personal activities and spending time with loved ones. They allow you to enjoy life outside of work, leading to a more holistic sense of well-being. Now that we've talked about how they help, let's talk about the different types of boundaries you can set. There are physical boundaries. These ensure that you have adequate rest and personal space. By setting these, you can take regular breaks to rejuvenate your body and mind, including purposeful movement. Next is emotional boundaries. Emotional boundaries protect your emotional well-being by recognizing your limits. This may mean leaving stressful conversations or removing yourself from unsafe emotional situations. Also, with an emotional boundary, avoid taking on others' emotional burdens. Next, we're going to talk about time boundaries. When you have clear time boundaries, you establish clear working hours and respect them. These allow you to prioritize downtime to recharge and avoid overworking. Then there are workload boundaries. When you have workload boundaries, you delegate tasks when necessary to manage your own workload effectively, and you learn to say no to additional responsibilities when you are feeling overwhelmed. Fifth are personal boundaries. These allow you to separate work life from personal life to maintain a healthy balance. This might mean limiting work-related communication outside of working hours. And then professional boundaries. These allow you to maintain professional relationships with colleagues and patients. They also allow you to uphold ethical standards and avoid conflicts of interest. Implementing all of these boundaries can help you thrive both personally and professionally. Remember, Taking care of yourself is essential to providing the best care for others. Now, let's discuss practical steps for setting boundaries. Sometimes the steps can be the hardest part. First, assess where you need boundaries. This is usually the places where you feel the most overwhelmed. Second, communicate clearly. Set expectations and limit with those around you and even with yourself. Third, learn to say no. However, practice saying no in a respectful yet firm manner. Remind yourself that this is important for your own self-care. Next, set time limits. Establish clear working hours, regular breaks, and time off. Fifth, delegate tasks. Recognize when to delegate tasks and how to share the workload appropriately. And finally, make sure you're taking self-care practices. Use the time you've carved out to practice self-care. Now, once you establish boundaries, it is important to actually maintain them. Maintaining boundaries requires consistent effort and practice. When you start enforcing boundaries, you will initially face pushback. It may be unexpected for others when you suddenly stop agreeing to everything. Here are a few tips to help you maintain those boundaries. Stay firm. Once you've set a boundary, stick to it. Consistency is key. Make sure you are saying no with respect while being firm and remind yourself why it is important. You may want to practice or mentally rehearse how you will stay firm. Next is self-care. Regularly check in with yourself and ensure that you're meeting your own needs. Let go of the guilt that you will initially feel. You will likely find that you show up better both at home and at work when you do maintain these set boundaries. Then be consistent. Others are more likely to respect your boundaries when they are consistent. Then reflect and adjust. Although I want you to be firm with your boundaries, you do need to be somewhat flexible and willing to adjust your boundaries as circumstances change. You may find that where you thought you needed a boundary, it was only true for that season or time period, and it might change as your own priorities change. And then stay positive. Celebrate your progress and the positive impact that maintaining boundaries has on your life. Now, remember, maintaining boundaries is a form of self-respect and self-care. It is about ensuring you have the energy and space to do your best work and live your best life. I would love to hear from you. If you have any questions about setting or maintaining boundaries, feel free to drop them in the comments, and I will do my best to answer them. Thank you so much for joining me today. Remember, maintaining boundaries is not a one-time task, but an ongoing process. By protecting your well-being, you can continue to provide the exceptional care your patients need while also nurturing your own joy and balance. If you found this valuable, please share it with your colleagues and friends. Let's spread awareness about the importance of self-care in healthcare. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Now, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr. Tina Wheat and Facebook at the same handle, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more tips on finding balance and joy in your life. For personalized support, you can always schedule a strategy call to explore how I can assist you further. I hope you have a wonderful day, everyone. And until next time, take care.